Love.
Me?
What? No, ew.
Okay, so how was your video? I mean, your video, but your trip back. I know you said they canceled.
Yeah, I was like, are you kidding me? So
Don't you just hate that?
yeah, and I need to, this is the thing, I need to add a deposit when you book. So
Yeah.
yeah, because most people don't cancel. Like, so I'm like, okay, I don't have to have that, but I think I'm gonna have to add a deposit, and I really don't want to, but I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, you know what? I understand how you feel because sometimes you don't want to charge them a deposit because you might feel like that might shay away some customers or
Exactly.
you feel like it might backfire. You might lose people, and
Exactly.
especially when you start out as a small business owner and you're trying to ramp up the sales, ramp up the customers. It's always damn if you do and damn if you don't. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But yeah, over time, I can't say this. Over time, just hanging in there, sticking with what what you need to have done. You know what I mean? It'll
Exactly.
work out over time because if you charge a deposit, let me do my little pen here, and let's say the deposit is 50% of what the service might cost. So if they do cancel, like for today instance, they do cancel. I mean, you look at it like this: 0 or 50%.
Exactly. Right. Exactly.
So then it works itself out because I know even with me when I used to do other businesses before doing the business that I do now, uh, when charging a deposit or anything like that is always a debate because you never want to lose, right? You feel like, oh, this is going to hurt my business, but you have to look like this: how many cancellations you already have,
Mm-hmm.
and then multiply that by charging them half of the deposit. So if you do those numbers, no matter what, you're gonna win. If they
Exactly.
come, you're gonna
They
win. If they
don't
don't come, they're gonna win. And then actually, I know it don't feel that way sometimes. Starting out charging people the deposit, you look at it like this. In the long run, you know what I mean. It makes people commit more because they don't get you half the money. You know
exactly.
what I mean?
Right. For sure.
Yeah, so because I know driving across town, meeting people, especially if you're going and meeting them and all those shenanigans. You know what I mean, girl? That's gas, and gas is like $99 a gallon.
Crazy.
Did I say $99 a gallon? I said $99 a gallon.
I mean, might as well be, geez, because it feels like it at least.
Shoes, even if you're driving a Honda, you're like, oh, hey.
Exactly.
I'm like, because that camera ain't cameraing no more.
Exactly. True.
Yes. So I mean I applaud you because you're sticking it out. Stuff like this, the pandemic hurts small business. The inflation hurts small business. Gas hurts small business, and if you're black, it hurts you even more. Okay, because you don't have access to most of small business or black don't have access to funding. I don't care how much they say they don't gave us. I don't see it. I'm like, where the application at? If on news article, you always tell me you giving us $900 billion. But what money? Y'all never put a link.
I know, right? It passed the law, but like, yeah.
Biden ran his whole campaign. Somebody he gave us all these hundreds of billions of dollars to black minority small business owners, et cetera, et cetera. I'm like, I ain't seen not one bit.
Exactly.
What the link at?
Exactly. For real.
Y'all finessing us.
For real. For real.
For that vote. I don't know who got it because it wasn't us.
Exactly.
maybe them 1% Karens got it.
Right.
I'm 1% Nigerian.
Exactly.
Let me stop rolling. That's hilarious. Okay. So go ahead. I'm sorry, that brought back flashback when that white lady came out talking about she 1% Nigerian African or whatever she said. I'm a sister. Okay.
Interesting. I don't know. I've never seen the video, but that's not okay.
It was on social media. It was a white lady. And I don't know what they I guess she called herself trying to speak with black people, and basically they was racist trying to have a valid point. That's all it was. That's all it was. You know how they do.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, she was reaching, but it was funny. So since we are here on this thing, I want you to introduce your business, what you do, et cetera, and any products you got coming out, because I know Johnny and all that stuff was a thing, and then they took out, and I feel like services like that are unique to people and women's health, or something that we need to talk about more, see more, because I don't think that's big in the Black community, but it's helpful to us Black people. And so we need to know what's on and what's popping, and that's where you're going to come in at.
Exactly. Yes. So I am Talena. I'm the owner of Chosen Bath and Body. It's a holistic skincare and wellness company. I'm also a Reiki and Yoni practitioner, and I will explain what Reiki and Yoni is. Yoni steaming is. So Reiki is energy cleansings. So I assess your meridians, your chakra points within the body along the spine, and I pull out any energy that is stagnant and that doesn't serve you at that time, and bring guidance into the situation. And then for Yoni steaming, it is a service where you're sitting on a stool and there's a pot of herbs under you, and you are steaming your vagina. It's non-contact, so it's non-invasive. And depending on the herb blend that you have and whatever you have going on with your own vagina or anal at your butthole.
You steaming all of that.
Exactly. I do all, yeah, exactly. And I also work with men as well, but I specifically work with women who have like PCOS, fibroids, hemorrhoids, fibrosis, thyroid issues. So yeah, it's hormonal issues. And that is what I do. And then, like I said, I have the skincare company. That's what it has started with. Started as a skincare company, and then it shifted into skincare and like wellness and all the things. And so I have eczema. So I really work with my products to make sure they're healing my eczema and not irritating my eczema. But there's so many types of eczema. There's like 6 or 7 different types of eczema. And I pretty much I used to have it very severe, but now it's pretty mild. I do have flare-ups like here and there. And like, I do like on my arms, well, you probably can't see it, but on my arms, on my stomach, it's pretty prominent, but like for the most part, that's about it. It's not as bad in my neck. Yeah, that's another place too. So yes, and I want to show you some products.
Okay.
What I started out with was body cream. I needed a moisturizer that's not too liquidy and watery, and a moisturizer that's just not too thick. Like
that's hard to get. It's always either too watery, too liquidy, or too thick to where I'm like feel like I'm rubbing some thick paste on my body.
Exactly.
Exactly. Myself up. Like,
yes. So this is I have oh wait, let me turn the because the blur is gonna cut it out. Okay. So yes, here's the body cream. It's a hydrating moisturizer. It has ingredients. It has 3 ingredients in it, such as shea butter, avocado oil, and stearic acid. And they're very good for the skin to hydrate and lock in that moisture. So, and then I have them in, this is an 8 ounce, but I also have 4 ounce and 2 ounces. And then I have a lot of soaps. I did just bring only one soap to show. This is the citrus mint soap. Yes. Okay. And this has palm oil, castor oil, and olive oil in it. And I love this soap because it also has peppermint in it, the citrus mint part. And yeah, this one is like super good for just stimulation if you just want to stimulate your pores and soothe them. So I love using it, especially with my eczema when it's like I'm super like irritated, my skin is like just super inflamed. The pepper like really calms it down and without like too much irritation. Yes. And then like I have other products that really well, this is a facial roller. I love the
Ooh,
facial rollers. So, just fixing your bone structure helps move, it helps blood circulation and move the lymphatic fluids in your body. So I love using this. It's cold. Regardless if you put it in the refrigerator or not, it's going to be cold. And so that also tightens your pores. And so I really love the facial roller that I have. And this one is rose quartz, which is good for beauty, attraction, love, and all the things.
so
And
is
then
that the crystal that is made out of the? It's called. So I'm guessing is there certain different ones, like different ones, or that's just the one that you carry for right
yeah,
now?
that's the only one I carry is rose quartz.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But another popular one is like jade. A lot of people like jade. So yeah. And then I have, of course, a lot of crystals on my site. So I actually got all these crystals that I'm about to show you. I got these in South Africa. So this is on my trip. This is
Oh, that's
a
nice.
yeah,
Honey, I will wear that. And the
yes.
green, this was a tracking the money because it's green. Look.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah. Depending on so this is green agate to be exact, and it really helps with opening yourself to love and receiving love. But that can be love in or abundance in general. I want to say abundance and love. But it can be in money, it can be in, like I said, actual physical love from a relationship, love and opportunities from other people that you don't know. So
Okay.
yes, I love this. I love green in general.
Nice.
So,
It's pretty.
thank you. And then this one is, Evil Eye.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yes,
Got a little circly thing there. It's pretty cool.
exactly. And so this is just the eye is always staring back at you. If you stare at me, and depending on how you're staring, it will stare back at you, and people get uncomfortable looking at it depending on, like I said, your intentions when it comes to you looking at me. Some people look at this, they're like, oh yeah, this girl, she's cool, she's calm, she's like, welcoming. But other people, if you have like a look, it's staring back at you, and you will start to feel uncomfortable basically. So
So
there's
okay, let me ask you something about that. So that one with the staring back at you. So basically, is it like whatever energy you have in you, it's supposed if it's bad, it's gonna like make you feel uncomfortable and not attracted towards you because it kind of like
yeah, but like
get away
yeah.
from you.
Exactly. Yeah, it's the same, it has the same effect as like any black crystal, any like black tourmaline, black obsidian. It has that same effect. Like it's supposed to bring protection, basically. So
Nice,
yes.
nice.
And yeah, that's all that I brought out. But I have tons of crystals and necklaces and all the things on my website. Face masks, like not face masks,
Face,
but like
oh,
face.
face. You
Yeah.
got that.
Exactly. I can't stand saying face masks because people were like, "Oh, you got face masks," which I actually did at one point. But then I
Everybody
took
did
them
it, honey.
off. Exactly. I took them off, and I was like, "No." And plus, anyways, Facebook was just like because I also had my store on Facebook, and
Okay.
they would basically block people from seeing my stuff
Oh,
because of the face mask. I don't know. It was weird. So I
they
took,
were doing that to people. That's
yeah.
right. Because people were price gouging and then they started like cutting down on it or cracking down on it. So yeah, that's right. They were doing that. If you posted, try to sell anything related to face masks, because I niggas I was looking at stuff and the next it wasn't there, and I found out they had took it down. So that's why.
So yes, and I mean, like I said, that's what I do. The Reiki Yoni steaming on my, my day-to-day actually. I do that, and then I also I work at another wellness center where I do cryotherapy, which is cold therapy. So with nitrogen, and we do like IV drips and all the things. So yeah.
Child, honey, you are the career woman of the year. Do you hear me?
Thanks.
Her own skincare lines. I mean, literally her own line here. Like, and she also does the steaming. She works. I mean, girl, you are the career woman of the year. So
yeah, and I'm also in school. I'm also in school. I'm about
you're
to.
also doing school, baby. You can't stop this chick. Sheila. Oh, this girl is so
Yes,
fire.
yes. Thank you.
Yeah, the song came to mind. So congratulations to that child. That I was like, oh, this is interesting. This is good at the same time. And you got Crystal. Let me roll it back up on that side.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Oh yeah, the site. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The site is www.chosenbathandbody.com. My Instagram is Chosen Bath and Body. TikTok is Chosen Skin. So yeah, you can find me anywhere. Twitter, all the things. So
y'all need to check her out. She has some fantastic products, very helpful. And if you're suffering from any of the conditions that she mentioned, these products give great relief to her. You need to definitely check it out and support your girl, support the, our sisters and brothers out there that got lines and stuff. So she's one of them. And I want to talk about, she went to South Africa and got some crystals. So I know a lot of times people sell things that they buy from other people that they claim came from the motherland. Chick went all the way down there and got it herself personally.
Exactly.
Got the videos for the receipts. Okay.
Literally, it's actually in my blog. So yeah, if you want to check,
she has a blog. Give them your blog channel so
it's Towels World. So not the it's part, but it's just Towels World. So TALS World. The it's part, I think I need to put it's Towels World instead.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
yeah, it's Towels World. So it might be changed to that within the next couple hours, but for the most part, it is Towels World. And that is my name, Talena. I don't know if I even said that. My name is Talena. Talena Wright. So yeah, that's where the towel comes from. It's a TALS.
And she's correct. I see how pretty she is. So she went all the way down there and got the crystals. I see, and that was pretty cool and was interesting because I was like, man, I meet a lot of people that sell things in America. Everywhere they sell all these motherland things that they say come from the motherland, but you don't know if they came from the motherland. They could came from China.
Exactly.
Over there at the China Mall going on. So to see her actually literally took her trip down there and literally bought things and literally bought it back to sell here in America was very interesting and very valid for people who are looking for things. And there's a lot of Black people that they like buying things from the motherland. They like getting things for their own spiritual health and any remedies that they like to participate in. So for someone to actually do it and have the receipts to it, I was like, her stuff the real deal Holyfield. It's the real deal Holyfield. So yeah, so definitely. So now I want to talk about, since you went to South Africa, I want to know how that experience was for you going there. Was that your first time? Do you plan on coming back? And then I want to get into your business and, hopefully seeing how, seeing you up in South Africa doing these services, because it's great to see our brothers and sisters come in with businesses and products that they actually create, that we ain't getting, all these chemicals and stuff that they put in us. And it's nice to be, treated, cared for by our own. So yeah. Tell me about your trip, girl.
Oh yeah. So I actually went to go visit my boyfriend. He lives there. And so it was more, I had more of a, I wouldn't say touristy. It was more of like I'm living like how South African people live. Like we kind of did things where I was chilling at, people's homes and things of that sort. Though I did go out and ride some horses and, we did some touristy stuff.
Wait a minute, you rode horses? Now I got my son on here. You guys know every time I do my videos, my son is always somewhere in the Pacific. I have a 6-year-old. I tell people, I am a mother, a career woman, all the same ones. Exactly. And I have this dog. This dog came and sat right on my foot. Lord have mercy. I'm a golden retriever and she is clingy, and I am traveling all at the same time. And this dog came and sit right on my foot. I just a big fuzzy self.
Exactly.
So, anyways, back to what we were talking about. So back to your products, back to your experience. You say you went horse riding. I see a lot of videos of a lot of people doing different things. I have not seen anybody else outside of you that I saw do horse riding. I've seen the next interesting thing was I seen somebody do hunting. I thought actual Black American or whatever. Do hunting. But when I saw that, I was like, well, okay, she went down there and did something different. So tell me what else. Let me tell me what the experience was like. What made you do that?
Well, I like horses myself, so I've been horse riding multiple times here in America. So like it was just a thing. And also my boyfriend had never rode a horse either. So I was like, oh my God, you have to try this. And in the future, we're gonna be riding horses and like that's gonna be like a thing. So I wanted him to try. And then plus, like I said, I wanted to do it. And they had like other things like go-karts, archery, and all the things. So I liked it, and yeah, it was pretty fun, like just to really get in tune with the nature and the people around me, and just to see other people. I also, like I said, I was around more local people. I wasn't like by myself or things of that sort. So I got to meet some local girls. They were so sweet. We were watching soccer at the stadium, and these girls like came by, and like one girl was kind of like circling around us, like kind of watching us because we brought snacks. Like we were having like a picnic out there and watching the guys play soccer. And this girl just like kept circling around us. And then all the other girls kind of came over, and then they were like just kind of inquiring about who are we, like all the things. And they were just so sweet. And they taught me how to like do some of like I'm a piano, or I don't know if I'm saying that right, but like
I'm a piano. Everybody's
exactly. Their dance, like their dance style, I love it, and I love the type of music. So like it was just really nice to vibe with them, and they taught me some things, and then I gave them some candy because I was like, that I see that's what y'all was really wanting anyway. So I'm giving that to them. And yeah, they were just super sweet. And then like, you know, went to the movies, you know, do typical date things since we are in a long distance relationship. So yeah, we also, you know, spend some time with his family, his friends, his cousins, and things of that sort. And
wait. Is his family from South Africa, or
they're from Nigeria? But his uncle has a car dealership there, and like some family has migrated there. So, you know, to build in South Africa and all the things. So yeah.
Oh, that's an interesting mix up. Okay, so you guys are down on horse riding, and then these group of girls came in circle. Did you feel like, oh, yo, what's good? Because I know in the States, when people circle you, like circle around you in that matter, like, you know.
No, yeah. So, I mean, they're literally, they were in 6th grade. So they were around like 12, 11. So I wasn't like, oh, that sounds weird. You know, it was more of like we were chilling out there. And this was like on a whole nother day than the horseback riding. So this was just a pretty chill night. You know, the sun was setting, and they were playing out there before we had got out there. So it wasn't like strange or anything. It was just so funny because you can tell their intent, though. You can tell that's really what they wanted. And then it just came to like them telling me about like their languages and things of that sort. And they all spoke different languages, but they all know each other's language. And I was like,
well, that's interesting.
Yeah, like Susutu and like, so I don't even know. I don't want to butcher it. So like, they just all had different languages and knew each other's languages, and they can communicate with amongst each other. So I just thought that was dope, because I'm like, I only speak English, and I mean, I speak soft Spanish, like we're not, you know, really experts. So exactly.
Como se llama?
Exactly. Okay, como se dice? I don't know, you know, like I don't know much Spanish, but yeah. And then I mean, like another thing, I'm just like thinking what we really did. We just really kind of like I said, chilled at hookah lounges. Oh my God. The night scene is such a vibe. Like the hookah lounges, the vibes were immaculate. Like
yes, they are.
Yes. So I loved every minute of it. And we went to the same lounge. Well, I went to other lounges, but pretty much the whole time I was there, we went to this repeating lounge every single time because it was such a vibe. Like they were very welcoming, and like music was on point every night. Like,
Yes,
yeah,
that's that South African hospitality kicking in.
exactly.
They be vibing out. You go, now I'm a piano. You be in a
Exactly.
oh, oh.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
know that with somebody. It is totally a vibe. It feels great to be in a very happy or positive or good vibing situation or place. You know what I mean? So that's good. So what are your plans for in the future? Do you plan on coming back? If you do come back, like what areas you think you're gonna visit? Like is it you gonna go to Joburg, Cape Town, Durban? You might hit up.
So I do plan on visiting again, but I want to go to Pumalanga.
Okay.
I want to go there so bad just because it's such like I love nature, and I know they have like a lot of mountains in that area, and it's
Okay.
just a vibe. So, and it's like kind of romantic too. So I kind of wanted to do like a romantic getaway there.
Okay.
Yeah, but like yeah, but like I definitely want to still go to like Cape Town or Durban for sure, somewhere along the coast, because I don't know if Pumalanga is along the coast or is close to it, probably like an hour away. But I do want to like visit a place that's like right on
Not too
the
far
water.
from the house. Right.
Yeah.
And you want to be like on the water. Okay. So we're gonna come back. And I know you got some products and skincare line up in this junker. I mean, do you see yourself in the future, maybe bringing your business more and tip-tapping into, I know right now you're doing your romantic getaways, and it's great because I'm glad that South Africa is on your list for, y'all see my hat tilting, y'all leave me be. Okay, leave me be. It's great that South Africa or just most of the time just having Africa on the bucket list for romantic getaways. So it's the Bahamas, Jamaica, Dominican Republic. The same old.
Exactly. Been there, done that
Same
already.
old, same old. We're getting married here in Jamaica. We're getting married there. I ain't knocking Jamaica that way. I'm not knocking nobody. I'm just saying it's just always on the list. It's been there for decades. You know what I mean? So to have, you say that, South Africa is on your list for romantic getaways for you and your boo boo, you know what I mean? It's refreshing to hear, and it's something you don't hear all the time. So it's great that is being in the community and getting that out, and more people saying that the destination for romantic getaways, isn't that just as we do other places? I think that's a great improvement, and that's a good trendsetter right there. You already set new trends for people. Look at you.
I know. I'm a trendsetter.
Okay, look at your healing bodies and set a trends.
Exactly.
So with that in mind, I know, in the future, do you, see yourself maybe venturing out your business, maybe giving little test runs here and there in South Africa, and just, seeing about your skin line. I'm not for sure. I know importing and exporting, but sometimes just like you got the crystals out of South Africa, maybe you can find the ingredients that you use to make your skin line in South Africa, and then just make it there and have it. You probably could. I don't know. I'm just throwing ideas.
Well, this is the ultimate plan. It won't be in South Africa, but I am investing in some plot of land in Nigeria, because that's where my fiance, actually, he's really my fiance. We're getting married at the end of the year. So anyway,
congrats.
Yeah, thank you.
Congrats in there.
Thank you. But I'm going to invest in some land there, and we're going to I will be going to start harvesting some herbs and like different butters, like shea nut trees and all the things, so I can start making my products in Africa, because the ultimate goal is to move to Africa. I don't really have any interest in staying in America. Within the next 5 years, I will be completely like moved on.
Right. You just went on with your own little life, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And wait for this tragedy. I ain't gonna say it's a tragedy place, but I'm gonna say it's a tragedy place. You know,
Exactly.
depending on what spectrum you're coming from, but everybody have their own journey. And yes, you know, getting out of America, venturing out, I think is way overdue for us Black Americans who've, you know, been here for quite some time. For us to get out, see new things, track new horizons, break new barriers, you know, and do something new. I mean, a lot of us are, you know, kind of afraid to do that, or
Exactly.
you know, like they think it's like it's more complicated to move between state lines and move to Africa sometimes. You know, it just depends. Some states got some crazy laws. Yeah, so your future game is to hopefully, you know, set up shop and maybe start making your products just in Africa in general and whatnot.
Yeah.
And who knows, honey, you might be selling products in South Africa, you know.
Yes.
Who
No,
knows? That might be base number 2. I ain't gonna
I
put it up on this
definitely,
sister.
yeah. I'm definitely going to do some business in South Africa, but it won't be making my products there. It will be possibly opening a wellness center there. I just feel like it's probably the best bet in that area just because it's more Americanized in a way.
Right.
And so yeah, we looked at that option. But yeah, I really want to make my products, like I said, in like Nigeria. And then when it comes to my services and like the wellness center that I'm going to create, it will be in like a different country. That's
That's a
more,
good balance. You
yeah,
know, you can make your products, you know, your raw products, etc., get them all in one country, make it there, and then set up another type of service in another country. You know, we're all brothers and sisters, you know what I mean? So you know, you're in Africa, that's the main thing. You don't need more than most people to, you know, come to Africa. And then second of all, buy products from Africa, and then sell it to America. Then you're gonna come back and then you're gonna set up a business in Africa in a manufacturing, so to speak, for your skin line in Africa. And then, you know, you're doing more than most people, you know, they're just, you know, buying it from the Chinese, you know.
exactly. Yeah.
I ain't got nothing against the Chinese personally. I'm just saying we as people of color need to
For real.
re-up. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
We need to re-up. Okay, that's good. So, you know, out of your whole experience, coming back and seeing that, do you see yourself you know, maybe you know, doing things like coming to Joburg, you know, at least once, you know what I mean? Or you just gonna stick on the coast or mix your
Nah, I mean, his family is going to be living there. So, I mean, they've been living there for like well over 15 years. So,
they've been
yeah, they've been here for they're
yeah,
for
most honorary South Africans.
exactly. So I'm like, I will for sure be back. It's just not like I got to go back to Joburg. Like, it's not like somewhere that I'm like, I have to go again, but I definitely love the vibes. Don't get me wrong. Like, I loved every minute of it. It's just the next couple countries that I'm trying to go are like, you know, or the next places I'm trying to go in Africa are more to do business and to just like I said, romantic getaways. Yeah.
You got a whole bucket list, and that's okay for, you know, us to come in, have a bucket list and see this country, see that country, you know, explore other countries on the motherland. Because some of us have never been to the motherland before, some of them just not coming in, you know what I mean, and seeing, you know, and then you can really, you know, look, because each country has something different that it brings to the table, different culture, different vibe, different food. So it's a great experience to see all the countries when you come in, or see as much as you can, or still do what you can. So I definitely get it. You got other things, you got other countries you want to check out as well. You know what I mean? You want to hit up as well, because you never know what you're seeing in another country that could maybe produce a different type of business structure for you. You just don't want to close your windows and opportunities out. You know what I mean? You're a strong woman. You're already doing multiple business now. So you could definitely, you know, do it. And you can do it in the States, you can do it there. You know what I mean? And the only difference is getting to know the culture, the people, and the countries that you need to go to. Every country has something to bring to the table. You know what I mean? You just have to figure out what's going to work best for you. And Yeah, so I applaud you. I think you're gonna do phenomenal things. You're already doing phenomenal things. Look at you, got the skill. I was really impressed going to school. Then you do the services. Girl, get back. They can't touch you.
They can't. I'm busy. I'm tired, but I'm okay. Like, cause I know at the end, I mean, I don't plan on working by maybe 30, 35. Like, I plan on having enough financial income to where I'm like, okay, I got investment here, I have my investment here, the equity's coming in. Now I'm chilling. So that's really the ultimate goal, is to work, work, work until I am like, my legacy is kind of set and I'm ready to just sit and enjoy all the abundance that I've worked hard for. So yeah,
that's the goal. That's the goal that everybody should have. And I love to see that, Black people in general get to that mindset, like, yo, I want to put this together so that I can retire in my 30s to my 40s. Now retire in your 80s, and then you try to see the world becomes complicated with health problems.
Yeah.
You don't want to be, I mean, power to those who are doing it, but it is what it is. So for us to have that mindset early and be working towards that, man, that is definitely the model that we want to, set to people, younger generations, and children out there, to say, hey, listen, we grew up on our parents and we worked all our life. They worked all their life, and whatever people upbringings might be, is always been taught to retire when you're 60, 70, 80, 90 years old. And now we understand we got health problems at that age. Us as a younger generation, it's up for us to change those old ways, old upbringings that we know does not quite work out how it's supposed to work out. Because we understand there's health things to come along. We need to change that narrative so that our children, so that we can experience a better ending and a better life with the more knowledge that we gain and the more possibilities that we're able to have and the more resources that we're able to touch. So yeah, I applaud you for setting this tone early as a trendsetter.
Thank you. Yes. You'll see more. Yes.
It has been a pleasure. So I just want to have one additional question. So tell me a little bit about your background. So how did you get into this? I know you got into it because you had your own skin issues that you was dealing with. Like, what about your upbringing, your family?
Yeah. So I'm the youngest. I have two siblings. Really, actually, the reason why I chose and even started was my sister. My sister had lymphoma, Hodgkin's cancer, to the 4th stage. So it was pretty bad. It only goes to 5 stages. So she like changed her whole like body and her health and the way that she was doing things once she was, diagnosed with cancer. And she began the holistic lifestyle. She started Chosen a month before she passed away. And
I'm so sorry.
No, yeah, it's perfectly fine. I was actually in university at the time, so I was not even near her. But she like passed away on my finals week, my freshman year of college.
Oh, wow, that's tough.
Yeah, and I was like, okay. And like my life just kind of like changed, and I had to come home and all the things. And so yeah, and then like I had to just work because my sister was a big part of my stability. So I stopped school. I just worked and took a semester off and all the things. And then I don't know. I think I got something in the mail that was like, hey, the business is basically expiring, because I guess she did it for like 3 years or 2 years and it was expiring. So I end up reinstating it probably around like a year and a half later after she passed, at the end of 2019. And then the pandemic happened at 2020.
Right.
It was like
right on in.
Yeah. And so it allowed me to focus more on my business and like what I wanted for it. And so I started making soap really throughout the pandemic. Cause like I said, I was already making body cream, but my formula wasn't that good. So sorry to the people that I had bought for me at the beginning because I don't know what the frick I was selling. But yes, I started to make soap throughout the pandemic. And then I was like, wow, this can really go somewhere. And then really when things started to open up and pop-up shops, I got more involved in the community and started doing farmers markets, pop-up shops, all the things. And then I realized, whoa, this can go somewhere. And then I had went through a whole like relationship toxic thing where I had to like get away from and just step away from. So I went through a healing stage where I did medicinal medicine, like shrooms, and I focused on healing my inner body. And then after healing my inner body, my physical body started to heal. Cause like I used to also be around like 100 and like almost, I would say not 200 pounds, but I was like 190, 185. Yeah. I'm right now like 130, 140.
Wow, that's a big decrease. Wow.
Exactly, because I was holding on to so much. It was like holding on to
wow.
So much. And after, you know, working on my body and my mental health and my like inner health,
right.
I was then led to do Reiki myself because that was what was helping me was Reiki. Whenever I was healing, like I met a shaman and he really just like helped me and guided me on the journey. And and I then went into focusing on the womb area because my aunt started her own yoni steam company and she wanted my help, and I had to just do more research about it. But I actually knew what it was before she did because I actually took her to a spa and they had it. And then she started her business from it. But I didn't really like, after that spa, I didn't really like, oh, I want to start doing things. She started to want to do it. And so she opened her business and all the things. And like I said, she needed my help. And so I started to get into it and I was like, whoa, this is powerful. And so I was like, I got to start doing this, you know? And now like I really focus on, like I said, that womb area, healing that divine feminine in women, and just teaching people and teaching myself once again, like how to better the relationship between myself and I, so I can show up better for the people that surround me. And then, I mean, like, I grew up kind of like in the country, like in the woods, really in the woods. And
like really in the woods.
Yeah. And I kind of had like a life where I didn't watch TV. I didn't do much of that. I kind of read books, or I had to be outside. If you didn't want to be inside, watching the news or reading books, you would have to be out. Yeah. So
that was the way of life for people who grew up in the country or just in the old school upbringing, because the parents will watch the news and that's just what they're gonna watch, and you're gonna come in and watch what they're gonna watch, or you're gonna go outside and play outside. Exactly. Nowadays they on the phone playing all day.
Exactly. So I really I think I'm so grateful for that childhood, because like now I don't have TV. I don't watch TV. Like it's not in my room. I don't have a TV. There's no reason for a TV. Like I do go on Netflix sometimes, but it's very rare. Once again, it's super rare. Most of the time I'm actually just on YouTube though. But either way, it's like I just grew up with my brother, and like my sister was in the military. So she was traveling, and then she was in college, and then she went into the military, and after she graduated. And so I mean, that was kind of my childhood, just me, my brother, my mom, my grandpa.
And you have a very interesting. I mean, listen to your story. Like you had your sister, and she just opened up this business, and and then God rest her soul, she's not with you anymore, and you end up stepping in the shoes and picking up that business, and flourished it to a whole nother level in addition to what she initially started. And so it's kind of like carrying a little bit of her legacy with you and a little bit of your passion that has mixed into the mix of that. And it's just like, wow, like, who that is. I mean, that is a very strong and powerful, encouraging story. I mean, you're someone who got a lot great things, great head on your shoulders. You already accomplished a lot. You got your own actual physical skincare line out, and that you can actually go buy, and crystals, and all those things that you can go to the website that she buy. She actually not only went out there, but she achieved it. She's got it going. You guys can get access to it. In the midst of that, there's this encouraging story. She's in school doing finals, and then that was like the hardest time for a lot of people, just being in finals, and then to lose like someone so close to you in the middle of finals. Like, oh my God, that would have to be a very rough path. But just hearing how you rebound and how you kept forward, and just saying how you just kept that candle lit, and and now you have this, and then you just, God works in mysterious ways, or the universe, whatever people believe in, works in mysterious ways. And then you have this company, and it just came out of nowhere. And it just, from your sister, and you got this little letter, and just hearing that and you was like, okay, well, I'm just going to pick this up and keep going. It almost feels like it's a deep spiritual connection, like, from her sending it to you.
Yes, I do want to mention that I should mention what my major is and like what I was going to school for. I was already going to school for pre-med, basically. I always wanted to be a dermatologist, like, because I had eczema, my alopecia runs in my family. So I was like wanting to figure all the things out when it has what that has to deal with skincare and hair and nails and all the things. And then, like I said, I had to stop school and all the things. And I'm currently in university, and now my major is biomedical science and enterprise. And so what that has to deal with is medicine, business, and law. So to make sure I still understand the chemistry aspect to it. Also, I learn like contracts and how to make sure my stuff is approved and structured right in the business, and then make sure my business plan is good as well. So that's kind of what I'm like about to graduate with, is a medicine, business, and law degree, but like not really. It's just biomedical science. It sounds fancy, but I mean, in
America we have a lot of fancy terms.
Yeah.
It can be something very, very, very straight to the point.
So long terms. It kind of already, like, when it came to my sister's thing, like, there was nobody else in the family that was going to pick this up, because that's not anything that they were interested in. Like, I was literally already interested in skincare. I was already interested in these things prior to her passing, and that's what I was going to school for. So it just kind of worked out where I picked it up, and that's really why I picked it up. Because I was like, well, crap, I really do need to focus on my eczema. Like, it is getting bad. Like, the seasons are changing. Like, I need to figure something out. So that's kind of how that happened.
That is just a wonderful and encouraging story. That I'm glad that, all these, pieces just kind of work together in such a unique way. And look at you today. Like, I mean, for anybody that's gonna tune in to see this and they hear your story and they might be going through something similar, everybody has breakups, but you had a lot of it going together at the same time, and you was able to rebound, and you found a way to kind of cleanse a lot of those, add energy that come for those, breakups and stuff. Some people have some very toxic relationships. Some people have some very dangerous relationships. Some people have a mix of both. And it's just a way to that rebounding from that for a lot of people can be very devastating, trying, traumatizing, hard work, depressing, draining. It's just a lot. And then to hear that you had a combination of that, man, and then look at you today, you're still pushing, you're still there, you did, and then, even though you had to, like quit school or take a break from school, you're back in it, you're still working towards your degree. And then in the midst of that, you got a whole blown company. Like, the outcome of everything that you've been through and today is just a full blown, like, I don't have any words. It's more than phenomenal, and I don't know what I can think of more than phenomenal. I'm gonna have to go get on Webster and find something. Hey. Oh my God. That's what this is. So it's been an honor, man. Like I have really been touched. I seen your videos and I thought that was amazing. Like, yo, she really came down there. She came out commentary. What's this chick? What's this chick? Oh, okay, she's something different. She's a horseback ride. Okay, horseback ride. All right. And I was like, okay, so she came down here and she did something different, and she got a business she's got going on. And that she's actually got it, actually running. I was like, okay, cool. I mean, she got some, like, she got some good vibes from us. So we'll figure out what's up her story too. And then you get up here, you pour this story on the sister, like, wow, like you are a definition of a shero up in here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Like it's amazing, and it's been a pleasure. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep in touch with you. Whenever y'all come down to South Africa, we definitely got to kick it, hang out. You know what I mean? Just, you know what I mean?
Exactly right. I love it.
Yeah. So I mean, man, it's definitely a vibe. But yeah. So you guys have any questions? She just gave you guys her YouTube channel. She gave you guys all the ways to contact her. You can also do check out her products. I mean, she's somebody who's used her own products. She has her own. A lot of times people sell you things that they don't use. You buy things from other companies, and the people who own those companies never use. No.
Exactly. Crazy
money. But at least she don't use her stuff and work and redefine a process that actually works. I really rather than some of those other brands. So please do check her out. Anything that you guys got to say, follow up on her channel. And then other than that, it's been a pleasure. Did you have any more questions? Anything else that we don't miss that we need to cover that you got, because you got
we covered it all. I really appreciate you, welcoming on, and sorry that we had to reschedule. But we are here. So
yes, we are definitely here, and I'm glad that I had this opportunity because, man, I'm encouraged. You know, made me like, yeah, I mean, like,
yes.
So I'm like, man, this is the real deal Holyfield. So yeah, pleasure, you guys. We finna get up off of here. I gotta get me something to eat. I know she probably, because she had a long day. She's working and doing all this stuff. And man, she's handling her clients. And I know she's been ripping and running. So I know she got things to do. And I'm just gonna grab me something to eat.
Exactly. No, I got some things to do for sure. But yes, thank you.
Until next time, guys, it's been a pleasure. Y'all check out towels. She's gonna change to It's Towels. But
exactly, it's style. Yeah, it's styles.
Okay, you guys, peace out, love and happiness.
Bye.
Bye.